Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, April 5th. Well, the Canadian high pressure system that we've been talking about for the last couple of days has taken control of the weather. It is a strong high pressure located up in south central Canada. It'll control the weather here in the mid-Atlantic region right through the weekend. It is associated with a chilly air mass. It is, after all, a Canadian high and not a Bermuda high. The source of our air over the next several days will be from our north. We'll have a kind of a stiff north breeze at times right through the upcoming weekend, and the night times will be quite chilly with temperatures dropping way down into the 30s in many spots in the mid-Atlantic region. In fact, frost is possible in many of the big city suburbs later on tonight and again later on Friday night, and the early mornings will start off quite chilly both days of the weekend. Now, the afternoon will feature plenty of sunshine, and that'll modify the air mass a little bit during the afternoon, and temperatures should push towards the 60-degree mark or a little bit higher on both weekend days. But again, it is a relatively chilly air mass, and the night times will be quite cool. Well, let's take a look at the latest surface map. Here is that strong high right now situated up in south central Canada, and a broad northerly flow of air into the northeastern part of the country, and that'll basically be the scene for the next few days. This high just slowly drifts towards the south and east and continues to control our weather right through Sunday. There's a storm system down in the lower part of the Mississippi Valley. This is the same storm that helped to spawn tornadoes in the Dallas, Texas region a couple of days ago. It will be shoved to the south thanks to this high pressure system, but will not have a chance to come up into the mid-Atlantic region or the northeastern part of the country. It'll basically be moving from west to east, and then it'll kind of loop back around and head back towards Maine or Nova Scotia by the time Sunday night or Monday rolls around. The reason for that is a blocking pattern setting up in the upper part of the atmosphere well to the north over like the Greenland region, for example, and that's one of the indications of a blocking pattern is when you see a low move well off the east coast and then loop back around back towards the coast, and in this case it could affect the upper part of Maine or Nova Scotia with some snow by Sunday night or Monday. Here's the latest IR satellite loop from the SSEC Wisconsin site. Lots of clear skies here in south central Canada. This is where that strong high is centered right now, and again, it'll slowly drift to the south and east over the next couple of days. A little bit of a rotation out here over Arkansas, Missouri. This is associated with that storm system that again helped to spawn the severe weather in Texas a couple of days ago. It's moving basically west to east. It set off some strong thunderstorms yesterday in the Augusta, Georgia region that actually brought down some tree limbs on the golf course, and that storm will also continue to threaten them with some rain later on today and tomorrow as they try to get the Masters tournament underway. But this will move basically west to east, avoid the mid-Atlantic region, then move well off the coast and be forced to loop back around towards Maine and Nova Scotia thanks to a blocking pattern in the upper atmosphere well to the north. Well, let's take a look at the GFS forecast maps from zero-Z run last night for tomorrow morning, Friday morning, and then Saturday morning and Sunday morning. And here's that storm system that is currently located over the lower part of the Mississippi Valley. It moves east and maybe even a little bit southeast, kind of pushed down to the south because of the strong Canadian high. Here's that high by tomorrow morning. Nothing but dry conditions here in the mid-Atlantic region and a northerly breeze. Again, chilly air mass could cause some frost around the suburbs of the big cities of D.C., Philly, and New York, north and west of these cities later on tonight, and then again later on Friday night into early Saturday morning, as it is quite a chilly air mass. By Saturday morning, not much change. That high continues to drop from south central Canada towards the southeast, continues to dominate the scene here with a northerly flow of air into the mid-Atlantic region. The low that is by tomorrow morning near the southeast coast has moved well off the coast. But let's take a look and see by Sunday morning what happens. And here it is. By Sunday morning, that low actually loops back around and is situated not far off the Maine and Nova Scotia region. And this will actually affect that part of the country and southeastern Canada by Sunday night or Monday morning. It's being forced to loop back around because of a blocking pattern up here in the Greenland area. And all of that will contribute to a cool down here in the mid-Atlantic region by about Tuesday of next week, and that cool down could last for several days. In fact, the blocking pattern is setting up, and there are some indications of some wintry type weather in parts of the interior Northeast during the latter part of next week. More on that later. But for the weekend, right through the upcoming weekend, a chilly air mass, chilly nights, sunny days, and temperatures pushing 60 degrees or so, give or take a few degrees each afternoon right through the upcoming weekend. That's it for now. For the SIWeather.com, I'm the SI meteorologist, Paul Dorian.